Hello traders, most of you that are probably about to come around to this video are coming from my Instagram, but for the people who are here from YouTube, never really followed me before, my Instagram is up here in the yellow box, Kid Forex. That's currently the only medium that I operate from other than now YouTube. Alright, so USDcad, for anyone that's been following me before, they know that I called the short here from the FOMC meeting at 1.34 straight to 1.31. Good news, I still think this thing is short, and I think it's actually a bigger short than it was at that time. I think this might be the trade of the year in terms of a predictable opportunity that may last even a few months. So if we jump up to the monthly time frame, we can see that we had a huge, so firstly, we're dealing with highs since May 2004. So we're back testing those regions from May 2004. Strong level of resistance here, and price has respected it a couple times, printing a massive high and then a huge move to the downside, another lower swing high, huge move to the downside, testing our moving averages and a push up to test the same region of resistance once more, right? So if we just look there on the monthly, we can definitely see that the price came back up into this region of supply and has rejected strongly with a monthly bearish engulfing candlestick formation, followed by a slight retrace to the upside, which took 4 months. It took 4 months to retrace to the upside before slamming down again. Right? Both of these together are confirming the same thing, that USD CAD is failing to make it any further than around 1.353, 1.35 being the whole number that's actually capping the pair. Now, I see a setup. Anyone that's one of my students, a CARE student, would know that this is a type 4 setup and another bearish engulfing candlestick formation, and that's suggesting how much momentum to the downside, how much the momentum is turning to the downside. If we look at how weak the candles were going up, right, and how strong the engulfing candles actually came down, it tells you a lot about the current economic environment of this pair and over the long term. So if we drop down to the weekly time frame, which is where I've gotten decent information to actually be looking for an opportunity out of this gray region here. So the information that I'm working with is, if we just go right back here, into A, just round that off, we can see how strong this region, this gray region is. Boom, 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 break, retest, drop. It's a very strong region of resistance, capped at about 1.333. If we look at price on the weekly for the last 3 weeks, 3 weeks of price action, spiking the top of this zone and failing to make it any higher, showing a lot of exhaustion in the market and a lot of sellers pressure. So the current market is pushing up, trending upwards, but what we're seeing is how liquid this region of resistance is in the market, and how active the sellers are once we get anywhere near or above 1.333, 1.333. Now if we go to the daily, so we're looking for this short, and we don't know if it's going to fall from here. So let me be clear, we don't know dollar CAD will do that. However, our bias is suggesting that it will overall fall, but there's nothing right now preventing it from maybe even testing 1.34 before having that rollover. So let's be clear on what we need to see in the market before being certain about this trade. So if we're going to trade it from this region, okay, if we're going to trade it from this region, the first thing to note is we're kind of printing these higher lows in the market. Low, higher low, higher low, sneaky higher low, and another higher low region here. Right? Now I have a nice area of support capping this last structure area at 1.326. What I would love to see is a strong daily bearish candle that can kind of take out 1.326. If we manage to see something like that, then USDCAD to me is surely going to fall. I do believe in the long term from a monthly perspective. We're going to make it all the way back down to at least 1.29, potentially 1.28. However, that's a monthly perspective, and who really wants to hold a trade for such a long period of time? As much as we do have the bias that may stand for a month, two, maybe three, maybe even the rest of the year, we don't necessarily want to hold that trade right down. So we will have some kind of intraday or medium swing term position targets that we can use. So once we can kind of clear this region, we can definitely see 1.32 on the cards, and then after that anywhere in this gray region as a next target. And if we can make it past 1.31, then we can start to even look and scale in more and more to kind of take it down to 1.29. However, to be fair, the likelihood of the pair just falling at a straight angle is very low. So we're probably going to see a choppy scenario on the way down, or at least some kind of pullback on the way down, because we are talking about right now a huge move. We're dealing with about 400 pips, and I doubt that's going to happen just off the bat like that. So maybe we can even fall into one of these regions and start to pull back and even scale in some positions on the way down. But once we can remain under 1.333, USD CAD could be in for a short anytime soon if it snaps 326. So we're currently capped in this range here. This 70 pip range, and depending on which side price breaks to, could suggest if we're going to be retracing for a longer period or if we're ready to actually just fall off the face of the earth on this pair. If we wanted to be very active on the pair, we can definitely take into consideration, now we're on the 4-hour time frame, we can definitely take into consideration 1, 2, 3. 3 rejections that have all fallen from 1.333 and have all made it at least to 1.326. So here we go again with a potential rejection here. We could see a small opportunity here on an intraday medium swing perspective to even take this pair short right now to 326. Now if we do take this type of position, a way that this can be capitalized on is to kind of take it down to 326, and if we were to make it to 326, saying this trade is correct, then we could break even our trade and see if we can actually get a scenario where we break below 326, maybe have that daily closure, and then after that leave our trade at break even and extend our targets onward to maybe even our long-term target, and then scale out once we see some kind of pullback. So that's what I think USDCAD is currently trying to do. I think we may be in for some kind of economic announcement that may put the pair in that situation. So let's see what's happening for USDCAD over the next few weeks. Nothing today. So we have dollar core durable goods orders this week, Monday. Dollar prelim GDP, which is something to watch out. And then we have GDP for CAD and personal spending. So there's a chance that on Friday, could be any of these other news events. There's a chance that on Friday, because we have kind of a double trouble situation, CAD and USD news, that could actually break us out and take us below 326. And from there on, we can kind of swing this position as far as possible before seeing some pullback. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it made it I hope it brought clarity to how you can look at USDCAD right now. And I also hope that you guys enjoy my style of analysis. So thanks for watching the video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at KidForex and subscribe to this channel for more.